Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Going On. So, will the client be worried about Prince William and Trump having a meeting? Me personally, right off the bat, I can say I think Harry's worried because he did something wrong. I've said it before. I don't think Harry filled out an application for his visa whatsoever. I think he just landed on this private jet in California, got off the plane, went to Montecito, into the Montecito Fortress, and that was it. He didn't even fill out an application. He's literally an undocumented illegal immigrant. But when it comes to Trump versus Biden, it all depends on who you talk to for the opinion of whether the information is going to come out. A lot of people are hoping. Now, I can hope too and be optimistic and be like, oh man, I really hope that Trump does it. But the thing is, when this all started, we here at POV were one of the first ones to say, I mean, that's the king's son. The United States of America isn't going to embarrass the king's son like the headline would read, oh, the United States deports Prince Harry. Like, that's not going to happen. And it didn't happen. And we also saw that people weren't even allowed to find out what was in the visa information. So I think it's more about who do you want to believe? Do you want to believe that Trump will do something? Do you want to believe that this is all about bigger issues like geopolitics, where the UK and the US are allies? It all depends on people's opinion. Now, when it comes to this royal commentator, Richard Fitzwilliams, he says that the two idiots will be a little bit nervous about Harry's visa situation following the meeting between Trump and Prince William. And I think this makes it even worse because remember, Meghan Markle came out and said that she was going to fight the deportation. Well, Meghan, why would you say you're going to fight the deportation if Harry didn't do anything wrong? You're admitting guilt right off the bat. So this Fitzwilliams guy says, quote, I very strongly doubt that Harry and Meghan are among the priorities of the president. And that quote does align with what Eric Trump said. I believe it was like a month and a half ago, where Eric Trump said that President Trump really doesn't care about Harry, so he doesn't have to worry about being deported or having his visa information brought out, right? And a lot of people got very, very pissed off at that. And I can say that because when I reported on it, they were in the comments telling me off. And I was just reporting on it. But I do agree. I think that when it comes to Harry, there's so many things that are bigger than him that really, really don't matter. And also the fact he is the king's son. And I've said that since 2023, gotten a lot of backlash for it, and here we are. It still hasn't happened. But Dick Fitzwilliams goes on, we know there's an issue supposedly with what might or might not be on the application for the client's U.S. visa. He mentioned that he had taken narcotics in his book Spare, and that automatically should disqualify him, right? If you really think about it. But I think that's why you can see the fact that he admitted those things in the book plus the fact who he is literally the reason why nothing has happened to him. Because let's say you or I, right? If we were not from this country and then we admitted that in a book as normal people, you or I, bro, they would have gotten us out of here quick. They would have deported our asses quick. But this is the king's son. Unfortunately, that's just the way that goes. So for me, I'm going to end it off here. I think the only thing we can hope is that the Heritage Foundation, that they take it to the Supreme Court. That's it. That's the only thing we can hope for right now. Am I hopeful for Trump? Sure, I'll hope it, but I still want to live in reality. But in the purview, where you could say, is something going to happen? The only thing we have left is the Heritage Foundation and their lawsuit, where they keep on taking it up the chain all the way to the Supreme Court. And then the Supreme Court will bust out Harry's ass. That's really all we have left.